remix and I'm coming with that. Pretty bitch, I'm trying to hit her with that.
Why you grown ass women keep coming on here in your lingerie, showing your boobs, your hips, in underwear, all that kind of stuff like that? That is not attractive. I'm not sure what type of men you're looking for, except for one that just want to bang you. What the fuck? Put some clothes on. Damn, nobody want. I'm a woman. I don't want to see you in your damn drawers. You can make a point without being in your nighty nights and all this kind of stuff. Y'all need to learn to grow the fuck up. Learn how to be a damn lady. Fuck.
Women speaking on the sexualization of women. Well, now, this should be interesting.
I know a lot of people are not going to be ready for this conversation, but I need to say it. I 100% believe in a woman's choice to wear whatever the fuck she wants, but when are we going to stop disguising nudity as liberation? Young girls are now wanting to wear less and less and less because that is what's cool and that is what's, liberating, and that's the epitome of feminism. Over-sexualization is an issue, but the answer to that is not wearing less. I've seen little boys less than 7 years old react to a woman's body the same way that a grown man does. The difference is that a grown man should be able to control himself and lower his gaze. We need to stop promoting, showing your bodies on social media, especially if you are under the age of 18. We need to stop promoting that as liberation. Stop.
And she's right. Women should wear whatever they want to wear. However, when she said,
a grown man should be able to control himself and lower his gaze.
I agree with her. Controlling ourselves is a must. Lowering our gaze, on the other hand, different situation, difficult situation, due to how most women actually present themselves.
I'm sorry, did you just look at my chest?
Yeah.
Can I go to one yoga class without being completely oogled by some jerk?
Hold on just a second here. Can I say something really quickly?
Oh, now you're asking for permission. Please.
If you really didn't want me to stare at your beautiful breasts, you'd be wearing something other than a purple sports bra covering maybe a third of your perfect tits. And another thing, I'm biologically programmed to stare at boobs, okay? It's in my DNA to scan for supple, life-giving breasts. And it's not a personal thing. It's not about me. It's about my potential future offspring, okay?
Look, ladies, some of y'all, it's hard having a conversation with y'all when your boobies are out and all up in our faces. It's hard. Hell, I've been in so many situations where I'm talking to a girl and her boobies are staring back at me. Hey, lady, can you please teach me how to make caramel sauce?
Check how easy it is to make caramel sauce. Little saucepan on the heat. Ta-da!
God damn. Why is she wearing that top though? God damn it. Wait, are her nipples looking at me?
Let that melt. I'm going to add some gorgeous brown sugar. This butter is sizzling hot. You can hear it. You can't see it, but you can hear it. And I'm going to...
Damn, I didn't hear what she said.
Hey Siri, do you think men are polite?
When wearing a bikini, women reveal about 96% of their body. Men are so polite, they only look at the covered parts.
And I know some of y'all are gonna say,
women will always be sexualized.
Men will always sexualize women on a visual perspective.
Wear whatever the fuck you want to wear.
Whatever you wear, we will find a way to sexualize you. Because when we approach you, it's purely based on our physical attraction towards you.
There's a certain way that you want to be presented. There's a certain way that you should want to be presented. Now, you can do whatever you want to do, but, all of that plays into the outcome of what you're looking for. Now, if you're looking for a certain type of attention and you're dressing for that, well, hey, I guess that's the type of attention you'll get. But if you're looking to gain the attention of a respectable man, a quality man that a lot of these women say they're looking for, then you have to consider the way you present yourself. You know what I'm saying?
No man approaches a woman and thinks, I wonder how her personality is like. No man would ever think about that without being physically attracted to you first. However, what you lead with in terms of how you dress will determine our intentions and our perspective of you. Or perception for those that want to be difficult with the wording.
The way you put yourself out there is how people are going to see you and how people are going to look at you a certain way. So if you're walking out with all your breasts hanging out, your skirt is so high you can see up underneath, presenting yourself in such a manner that it's not attractive to the kind of man you say you want, then what's going to happen? You're going to attract what you are or what you look like. This whole idea of that I can do whatever I want, I can do, and it's okay, and people are supposed to just not care about it. That's ridiculous. You can't put yourself out there looking like a 304 and thinking that a quality man is going to want to take you seriously and marry you and put you in a wifey category. It just doesn't happen like that.
So ladies, if you dressed overly seductive and you lead with sexuality, most men will probably view you as a slippery time. What you see is what you get.
And looking like a 304 and thinking that a quality man is going to want to take you seriously
when they approach you. Same way you all judge us on our appearance, we judge you all even harsher based on your appearance. So how you dress tends to communicate messages to us, which will determine how we treat you.
The more clothes a woman take off, the more desperate she is. That don't mean she bold and brave and want to give her somebody. That means she's desperate, and that's a cry. Please give me some attention. Please look at me. Say something. Do something. That's what that is. And that's the condition of many of us. That's not anything that's an insult. We're talking reality. We have got to deal with the reality of our lives so that we can make corrections.
You can't wear a uniform and not want people to address you by the uniform that you're wearing. If you see a cop in a cop uniform, you're gonna address him as a cop, because that's what he looks like. You can't put on a 304 uniform and then turn around and say, well, that's not who I am as a person. You got to get to know me, right? But the presentation is everything. If somebody brings you a plate of food, which this has happened to me, and the food looks nasty, what happens? You don't want it, right? If it doesn't look like it's supposed to look, you don't want it. Same thing. This whole idea that, oh, I look like a 304, but I'm really not, is ridiculous. Why would you want to present yourself as something that you're not? Just for attention. Because you'll get attention, but you're not going to always get the attention that you're actually looking for. But you hear a lot of women saying, oh, women shouldn't be looked at in a certain way, and we shouldn't over-sexualize women. But, you know, a lot of times you do it to yourself. But you think that if you do it, it's okay because you're a woman and you can do whatever you want and we're free to do all this. You just think that everybody else is supposed to do something different and change the way they think and what they see and look at a woman who's dressed up like a 304, but everybody else and men, well, in particular, men are supposed to look over and say, she looked like one, but you know what? I don't know if she is. Let me go over and get to know her and all this.
I wonder how a lady is like.
Wear whatever the fuck you want to wear.
And this is probably why most men don't view women now as marriage material. Most of y'all look like a fun time and not for keeps because that's what you lead with.
Not enough women calling out the fact that women are not desirable right now, in my opinion, right? They're sexually desirable, but I wouldn't want to take you home to mom desirable.
That's why you would find when a girl used to dress up provocatively, a guy gets into a relationship with her, he will start telling her to tone it down.
Every time we go out and dressing really overly sexy, we're putting our man's life in danger. Because if somebody say to us out of order, say something to us out of order or wrong, he got to defend us over nothing, over some foolishness. And if you got a man and you satisfied and happy with him, then why are you going out trying to entice new men?
And you see a lot of women who actually have a man, but they're still dressing overly sexual and overly provocative, and it's almost like they're trying to get attention from somebody else.
Why is it when a guy asks his girl to dress less provocative, he is shamed for it?
He really is controlling and insecure.
No, he's not. He's trying to protect what he values because he knows what other men are thinking when they see his girlfriend dressed all provocatively. If you're flaunting what you got, eventually you're putting a target on yourself. Some of y'all move like y'all still single in relationships.
Well, if a man tries to tell you what to wear, he's controlling. That's a red flag. What? I mean, the fact that you want to dress like a 304 is a red flag. You can wear nice clothes. You can be sexy in your clothing without having everything out.
Not only that, then increasingly you're telling women to be the opposite of what I think men want, right? The opposite, maybe in the instant when men are not thinking with their big heads and they're saying, oh, whoa, she's half naked, great, I'm gonna go for it. Yeah. That might be what a man wants, but long term, that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want a girl that's just gonna be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. You know, that I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want.
The ugly truth is,
these are the options that are being presented to you. Less, take off more clothes, you know, do the most to get attention, right? If you think that that's freedom, the idea that you have to wear less and the idea that you have to get naked to be heard, you really think that's a form of freedom? Because that's slavery, that's bondage. I didn't have to take off my clothes to be heard in society.
The good black woman has self-respect. She don't have to go out naked just to get the attention of a man.
So yeah, you can get guys sliding in your DM. You can get guys telling you look good. You can get guys that want to sleep with you. How many of these people actually get guys that want to stay with you, right?
They look at you and they think to themselves how they might have a good time with you, but they're not looking at you in a serious way. Yeah, they'll sleep with you because you might look good for that, but they're not looking because they know that you're out here and everybody's looking at you. It doesn't look like something that's special. Now true, maybe you're not really what you look like, but I don't understand, why would a person who is not that want to portray themselves in that way, all for the sakes of I can do it because I want to? It doesn't make any sense. If you're not that, why put yourself in a space where people can look at you in such a manner and then treat you accordingly? And then for you to turn around and say, you're objectifying women and women shouldn't be this. Oh, I can dress like this, but you shouldn't look, you shouldn't stare, you shouldn't catcall, you shouldn't do anything. It's like, I don't understand. It's like everybody else has to change based off of your feelings and what you think you should be doing when this has been happening for years. What is your end goal, women?
I think that point is good that it's coming from a woman's perspective as opposed to mine. Let me know what you think about today's video. And until next video, strap the F up. On the rails though, strap the F up.